Yeah.
Okay. Receiving the Affiliate of the Year Award is such an honor. It's an amazing feeling to be recognized by your WCR chapter as having contributed to its success. The person that receives this award is not someone that sits back, but clearly stands out as someone who is willing to roll up their sleeves and give back to the industry that gives to them. This year's recipient is no exception. I wish I could have all of you, including her, guessing who it is until the very end of this, but every word points to an obvious person. So I'll just start from the beginning. She was born and raised in Italy. Her mom and dad still live there along with her older brother. She graduated high school and college there where she earned a degree in liberal arts. At the age of 22, she moved to the U.S., and although she had studied English in school, her conversation English was very broken. She learns quickly, though, and once she sets her mind on something, she will never give up. She started in the retail business, and before she knew it, she was store manager. As she and her husband started to talk about having a family, she decided to switch careers as it would lend more quality time for her family. She left retail and got her foot in the door with World Savings Mortgage in Walnut Creek. Within 6 months, she was processing mortgage loans. After they had their first baby, they felt it would be best if she was home. She loved the mortgage business and was able to process loans for a mortgage broker who was fine with her working from home. After several years of processing, she was ready for the next step, originating. This is where she really shined. Her outgoing personality is a natural attraction, and she took off. Her clients became so faithful, and they completely trusted her with their transactions. After the mortgage debacle, she found herself in an industry that was spinning in circles. And if you know her, spinning or running in circles, no, but running marathons is just not her style. So 1 year ago, she switched her focus and learned the workings of the life insurance business, now with New York Life. She and her wonderful husband were married in Italy 18 years ago, and they have 2 children, Isabella and Massimo. She loves to cook and appreciates good food and wine. Several years ago, she became a serious runner and now participates in half marathons. She was an instrumental part of the success of our Delta Harvest Run, and one of her 2012 goals is to complete a full marathon. Her husband tells the story of when she first moved here, her English was only so-so. They were in the process of getting her permanent residency in order with the INS. He would call her pretending to be an INS agent and make up stories about her paperwork not checking out. She would freak out and hang up on him. He told her later it was him, and she laughed, but she got a little upset too. Her sister-in-law tells that traffic guidelines in Sicily are very different than those in the United States. Let's put it this way. I guess speed limits, stop signs, parking and tolls, traffic lights and yielding was not what she was used to. Yeah. A lively and exciting time is always a guarantee when driving with her. Speaking of a lively time, her sister-in-law remembers driving back from the Nutcracker play after spending a family fun girls' day in the city. She was driving. They were fast approaching the Bay Bridge, moving towards a curvy bend in the road. Somehow she was unfazed by the upcoming bend. Instead, her hands were waving, and she was laughing and cracking jokes with all of her passengers. In an instant, the car began fishtailing severely toward me. The carload of girls began frantically screaming. Things didn't look good. It was actually rather petrified from what I hear. But our beautiful, smart, and passionate she put her tenacious, determined, and loving heart and soul into the rebound. The wild Sicilian driver made it happen, unscathed, and delivered a car full of grateful, relieved girls. Her sister-in-law, Katerina, says, "Girl, I think you are amazing. I love you and congratulations. I am so proud of you, even if you are a very scary driver. She has served as our 2010 treasurer, managed the reservation desk at the business resource meetings, participated in our fashion show, assisted with Martini Madness, and so much more. She is always the first to volunteer to host a meeting or event at her home, and she is always eager to help everywhere she can. She probably won't remember any of these words, and by now it's a blur. I know it was for me. But what she will continue to do is to relive the feeling of gratitude over and over again. To know her is to love her. Your Whistler sisters love you, and I know I do. Congratulations to this year's Affiliate of the Year, Maria Bruno.
Now I know why my boss was here today.